What's up, comic fam, and welcome to the Legion of Comics. We've got a great week in comics coming, so let's get right to it. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. We got a lot of fun content coming out constantly, so you don't want to miss out on any of that. So stay up to speed with it by hitting that notification bell, and you'll get alerted every time that new content drops. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. I'll put those links in the description in this video. So we have a lot of good books coming at us. DC's hitting hard this week. First up on my pull list, I have Flash number 767, and this is written by Ron Mars and Andy Lanning, and it's part 2 of the Endless Winter storyline. And we have Flash racing across the country trying to get ahead of this deadly blizzard, and he runs into none other than Black Adam, who's got strong ties to the Frost King. So we're going to see if these two can work together to find a solution. And next up, we have 2 in 1 week here. We have Superman Special number 1, and this is Endless Winter part 3. And we have Superman running face to face against a horde of the Frost Giants making. So we're going to see if he has the power to slow down this herd or stop him and get to the bottom of what's going on as well. And there's also an amazing variant cover for this issue by Raphael Grizzetti. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but he's an amazing artist. That's a beautiful cover, and I definitely had to pick both of those up for this sake. And then next on my list, I have the last stories of the DC Universe. So what do you get when you mix Scott Snyder, Jeff Lemire, Gail Simone, Mark Waid, Josh Williamson, James Tynion IV? You get this book right here. So this book finds all of our heroes the night before the big battle against the Darkest Night. So how would we spend that night? How would they spend that night? We find out here in this collection of short stories, and this is a square-bound, oversized book. It has a little bit bigger price tag on it, but I already have my copy here in my possession. It is a large format book. I definitely think it'll be worth the read. It's a beautiful cover art as well going on with it. Next up, I've got Mighty Morphin number 2, written by Adam Parrott, with art by Marco Renna. So this is following up in the events of Power Rangers number 1. So you have a division amongst the Omega Rangers and the Mighty Morphin team. You have Zordon enlisting Billy's help to rebuild Alpha and try to figure out what's going on with the other team and where they've taken Draken off to. And in the midst of them having all this internal struggle, Lord Zed finally comes up with his next attack against the Rangers. And this is a bigger, badder Zed. He's been infused with the powers of the Psycho Crystal. So we're going to see how that plays out and see if we get a new big villain to really oppose the Mighty Morphin team. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. Next one, it's another one that I'm really excited for. We have Crossover number 2, written by Donnie Cates. And Jeff Shaw's doing the artwork in this. And I really enjoyed the first issue. There wasn't a lot of plot progression in it, just a lot of introduction to the world that we're going to be involved in and some of the characters we're going to follow through this world. So this one hopefully will drive the plot a little bit more forward. And we find Ellie, Otto, and Ava kind of emerging from the ashes of their comic shop she was running. And they're kind of about to take off on an adventure and see. I have no clue how it's going to play out, but they're going into the dome, I believe. And we're going to finally see what's going on in there and how things are going crazy in there. I'm excited to see what possible Easter eggs will be in this issue. The last one was riddled with Easter eggs. I'm excited to see what existing characters they start throwing into this series. We already know that Spawn has been teased for issue 3. Todd McFarlane's supposed to be working on art for issue 3, as well as Spawn appearing on the cover, one of the covers for issue 3. So I'm wondering if there's anything that's going to be epic in this issue that hasn't been announced yet. And as well as there's an amazing variant cover for this one by superstar artist John Jang. And we see the Superman-esque character emerging from the dome itself. And he looks strangely like the writer Donnie Cates. So that might be an Easter egg in itself, which is pretty cool because there's been tons of Easter eggs in this book. Next up on my list, I have Tales from the Dark Multiverse Flashpoint one-shot. And this is one of those twisted takes on existing famous stories. So in this Flashpoint in the Dark Multiverse, it was a world where the Flashpoint was never corrected. Thomas Wayne is still Batman, and it looks like Reverse Flash is on the way to really making his dream come true. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. That one's been written by Brian Hitch, so we'll see how it goes. And next on my list, I have 7 Secrets number 5. This could possibly be the last one I pick up of this. It hasn't been bad. It just hasn't really been my cup of tea. Tom Taylor's writing it. I love Tom Taylor stuff. He's completely knocked Deceased out of the park. He's done a lot of great work, but we'll see how it goes. I'm really not too invested in that one. Next up on my list, I have Spider-Man from Henry and J.J. Abrams. Now, Henry is J.J.'s son, and they've been working on this together. It faced massive COVID delays, but you find this villain Cadaverous that emerged and killed Mary Jane in issue 1, beat the crap out of Spider-Man, took his hand. That's Peter right there on the cover with the hook hand, and his son has been taking over the mantle. And the last issue really didn't hit too hard for me, but I'm hoping that this one will kind of pick up some steam, and I am still looking forward to it. And finally, on my pull box for this week, I have Detective Comics issue number 1032, written by Peter J. Tomasi and art by Brad Walker. I've enjoyed this since the Joker War. I've enjoyed this more than the Batman title. And we find that Robin's been running around the shadows doing his own thing, getting under Batman's skin. And we've had the Mirror rise the city up against anyone with a mask, as well as kill himself in the last issue. And we find out that Hush has been pulling the strings the whole time. So we have a reemergence of Hush. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. Hush never met Damian the first time around, so let's see how that works out. So that was everything on the list that I have in my pull box for this week. Really excited about these titles. Really looking forward to checking them out. If you guys are interested in any of these, let me know in the comments. Let me know what I should be picking up. I know there's Venom coming out this week that a lot of people are excited about. I don't pick that up. I probably will check it out enough to know what's going on and keep up with the King in Black storyline, because I do enjoy talking comics with people, and that's a lot of people are reading it, so it's enjoyable to get to talk it with them. So if there's anything that you think I missed that I should be checking out, let me know in the comments. And as always, this weekend, I'll be doing my At Week's End video. That'll be Sunday night. I'll be live chatting about these books. If you want to check it out, hop in and talk books with me, just see me there on Saturday night. Hit your notification bell. You'll know before I go live. It'll be really fun. And as always, I'd like to thank Paul and Donna at the Augusta Book Exchange, the keeper of my books. They make sure that my pool box is nice and full every week, and my books are well taken care of. Big shout out to them. You can find them on Facebook. Really great shop, really great people. So until next time, guys, let me know what you thought. Keep collecting, keep reading comics, and as always, we are Legion.